just don't feel right. I got one foot in my former life, one foot.
Hi, Dr. Stephanie here. Welcome to a Reframe Friday with Dr. Stephanie. I'm not in my usual setup. I know it looks a little bit different, but today has just been insane and I still have so many things to do. But I thought, you know what? Instead of not sharing, just get on there. This is what you look like today. And sometimes getting the message out there that could touch one person, at least one person, hopefully many, is more important than how done up I am. So I had something else planned for today. However, something happened and I was having a conversation and then something hit me that felt more important. And that is what I want to share today. And I want to talk about the courage to change. So sometimes change doesn't look like you're stepping into a new stage or beginning something brand new. Now that is absolutely courageous. However, sometimes it looks like walking away from something that you once loved. This came up because I was talking to somebody about my daughter, and my daughter started playing softball at like a really, really young age, and then started traveling for softball at a very young age also, because she was pretty incredible and is pretty incredible. However, through that process and over the last year and a half, something started to change. And even though softball had been a part of her for so long, there was, I don't know, a joy that was no longer there for her. And I could see it, and she definitely was well aware of it. And although all those experience and amazing teammates and the parents and families we met helped shape who she is today, something didn't click for her anymore. Something about her experiences during the last few years, people that she had trusted, and now again, I'm not talking about players or parents of families that we met that are still a part of our lives, but some bigger dynamics changed, and people that she had trusted to build her up, in fact, started to tear her down. And she was courageous enough to say, Mom, Dad, something that has shaped me and I've loved for the last 10 years of my life, I think I need to make a change. And here's the thing, again, she is super talented. I mean, she's incredible at the sport, and everyone saw it. We saw it. I think she even accepted that herself, but she's talented. She is a natural at it, and she's very hardworking, but those skills don't only apply to softball, right? And I think what I was just so proud of in an aha moment was that your greatness doesn't mean you owe a space or for Rhea in this example, softball, your piece. So just so proud of her. And even my 15-year-old teaching me a lesson, right? Because she chose courage. She chose courage to say, I loved this and it was me, but I don't think it is anymore. And she had the courage to start again. I mean, how incredible. So now she's thriving in tennis and loving it and trying other things, and she's happy and healthy and just living a life that she is choosing, making decisions based on what is best for her piece. And I guess what it brought up for me was, watching her make that decision reminded me of a decision I had to make at one point and years ago now. And I walked away from policing. And that was something I knew I wanted to be a police officer since I was 5. It's all I knew as an adult. And it did give me purpose and strength and so much pride. But yet deep down, I also knew that it was time to let go. And at the time, it was a super hard decision for a lot of reasons and took a lot of courage to do, because me and my husband were jumping into the world of an unknown, right? But maybe that's what growth is. Maybe that's exactly what growth is you're not leaving or making a change because you stopped caring completely, but because you care enough to choose to live differently. So maybe I didn't know it then. I definitely didn't know it then, but maybe her seeing me do that provided an example or an allowance to make that decision for herself. Or maybe she's just absolutely incredible and far beyond her years and has learned these things without me. But either way, I just think it's amazing, and I wanted to share that because I think it can relate to so many things and so many people. And so for our reframe today, it is that courage isn't always staying where it looks right, but it's choosing, 100% choosing what feels right and then making that happen.
They might not get it, but I choose me.